Okay, so somebody recently asked me, can you really have wine on keto? Hi, welcome to my channel. My answer to this is yes, you can drink wine on keto carefully. So here's the gig. If you drink wine on keto, you want to drink dry wines. And I'm talking about a Cabernet, a Pinot Noir, a Chardonnay, a Shiraz. Shiraz is slightly higher, like 0.2 carbs higher. 0.2, a Chianti. And you want to ensure that you drink dry wines. Why? They're the lowest in carbs. They're the lowest in residual sugar. When your body processes alcohol, and I'm talking about wine today, your liver is going to process the wine before it does anything else. So, yes, wine can temporarily throw you out of ketosis. Now, the debate is out there, trust me. We know that keto information is conflicting across the board. Some say wine, a glass or two of wine can throw you out of ketosis for 8 hours, which means during that time you're processing the alcohol and you're not processing the few carbs that you've ate and you're not burning fat. So your body may store extra glucose during that process. Others say, well, it doesn't knock you out all that long. It'll knock you out of ketosis for an hour or two. The debate is out there. What I have experienced is when I drink wine more frequently, and I'm talking a glass or two 7 days a week, which doesn't happen often, a glass or two a day, and I think the average serving size is 5 ounces, and I find that I have to actually measure that out or else I can over imbibe. I'm not shooting for drunkenness. Dry red wine lowers my blood sugar. It doesn't raise it at all. Okay, so it's how often you drink and how much you drink. Now, the other thing is with the keto factor is that alcohol hits a whole lot faster and a whole lot harder than it does on a non-low carb diet. If your diet is a strict keto diet, 20 carbs or less, then that alcohol can hit you like a ton of bricks. Whereas otherwise, if you had all these carbs in your system from food, the alcohol might not hit in that manner. Might not. I don't know. I think it just depends upon your body chemistry, and it's different for all of us. The calories that you consume can make a difference. It's the alcohol volume per calories. It's the carb volume that you're eating, the total carbs that you're eating. And the other thing to consider is the alcohol amount that you're drinking. And if it makes you a little bit tipsy, you may want to imbibe in food more often. Like, let's say that you're a cheese lover. You may end up in that refrigerator eating cheese after cheese after cheese, which if it's cheese that contains carbs, you may imbibe more carbs for that day than you intentionally meant to. So yeah, I mean, it has its pros, it has its cons. For me, as a reverse type 2 diabetic, low carb wines, and I'm talking about dry wines, do lower my blood sugar. If I imbibe in them too often, instead of once a week or maybe twice a week, a 5 ounce glass or two, it ends up as a weight gain for me. And I know it has a weight gain for others, or it can stall the loss. So just like anything keto, you really pretty much have to test. I believe in eating to the meter. That's testing the blood sugar. See where you're at after you drink or eat particular foods or fluids. The other thing with the wine to watch for, if you are counting calories, a 5 ounce glass of Cabernet, I believe, contains 120 calories. If you do the math on that, and I'm doing this in my head real quickly, I think that's 840 calories. If you have one 5 ounce glass of Cabernet per week, if you have two, you're looking at, I believe that's 1,680 calories. Double check me, people. I just did math real quick in my head. It takes like 3,200 to 3,500 calories less to lose a pound of weight. And I know with keto, we're not strictly watching the pounds, but what calories do matter, especially if you're a short woman like I am that's 63 years old. Calories can really count, especially when you're not active. So I think that about covers it. I mean, when we're talking about can I have wine on a ketogenic diet, I think it's all an individual choice. So I hope this has been helpful. It's just a hands-on video. I've had quite a few questions about can you really drink wine with keto? Yeah, you can. You just do it carefully. You watch that calorie intake, you watch the carb intake. A dry Cabernet 5-ounce glass, I believe, has 3.8 grams of carbs. Watch sugar content of the wine if you can. I've tried the fit fine wines. I just felt like they didn't work with me really well. But those are an organic wine with no sugar added. And I believe there's a Pinot Grigio. I believe there's a Pinot Noir and a Cabernet Sauvignon. And I'm not pronouncing any of those technically correct, but you got it the way you got it. You all have a wonderful day. And I hope those are you on keto and wondering about the wines, and if the quote-unquote experts are telling the truth, well, you got to hear it from a non-expert. I've been on the keto diet for 4.5 years. I'm a reverse diabetic. I am not a doctor. This is only informational purposes, just letting you know where I am with this. So take care. Have a wonderful day.